To many, Kizaru is just a sleepy-eyed admiral, a little bit lazy, but with a really cool devil fruit, likes to aura far from time to time, and rode into Sabody on a cannonball. But to many others, to people that engage in agenda piece, to people that love memes, to people that like to see beyond what the author is showing, Kizaru is much more. He's not just Kizaru. Yes, he may be BORSALINO, but he's also big business Kizaru. Now people, you might be asking, big business Kizaru, what does he mean by that? For those that don't watch this channel, for those that are coming across this for the first time, big business Kizaru is a concept. Big business BORSALINO is an idea, it's an identity, it's a persona. But some might understand, how did he get this persona? Where does it come from? Now, it's happened in the anime, but if we go to the manga, in One Piece chapter 1109, there's a specific panel that birthed the agenda of big business BORSALINO, aka Triple B, big business Kizaru, the head capitalist of the Marine Corps. Well, not Marine Corps, but technically the Navy's who are the Marines, but you know what I'm saying. He said, I'm just a cog in the machine, Sentomaru. You shouldn't be researching the Void Century. To let us know that big business Kizaru, big business BORSALINO, isn't just a Marine that's loyal to the cause. He isn't just a Marine that's here to save humanity. No, he's not there. He's there for a check. He's there for a salary. Why? Because he understands the bottom line. Listen, why should I care about the world when the world don't care about me? I'm just a cog in the machine, so I might as well get a check out of it. I might as well get a few dollars. And if you don't believe me, there is so much evidence to prove to you all that Kizaru is just a common local man capitalist that's looking for a check, overtime, and a little bit of vacation days. And you might say, Jay, where's your proof of this? Well, first of all, let's break down the character design. Let's start there, right? Let's start with how this man looks. Now, think about his personality for a second. I want you to sit back and imagine a salary man. Imagine a man that only cares about his pockets.
Hello, I like money.
A man that only wants to survive and get through the day. Think about you work in a desk job and those people that are just there to say, another day, another dollar. Or, I'm only here to get paid. That's it. I don't really care about the company. It's about the bottom line. They do whatever it takes to protect the pockets. You know those type of people. So then imagine Kizaru, the king of the nonchalant gimmick. Laid back, virtually disinterested in anything when he's on the job, but at the same time, he'll get the job done with elite professionalism, all at the same time. Very flashy, very unserious, and very extra, all at once. So then when I think about that, I'm like, man, I can imagine a man, say I'm working at a hedge fund, and there's a man that comes in a pinstripe suit every day with sunglasses and shades, and all he talks about is like, just can't wait to go home, but it's fine, I'm here 9 to 5, let's get this job done. And he's the best salesman on the floor, has the king of nonchalant gimmicks whatsoever, always has the best numbers, always shows up on time, and always leaves on time unless it's overtime. He makes sure how much I'm getting paid. Then he leaves and comes back. And you're just like, this man is so fascinating. But the beauty of big business BORSALINO is that he's not just the flashy, nonchalant gimmick man, but he's also got a sentimental side. But that sentiment in his pockets. He values the pockets over the values of people. And people's like, Jay, that's a very harsh statement to make about Kizaru. Well, look at his design. He's got a golden color scheme. Oh my God, he's wearing the green fit with the gold pinstripes and Egghead. But if you go back, he's wearing the orange fit with the gold pinstripes or the gold with the orange. It's like always everything golden. He's Hollywood. Very flashy. Everywhere he shows up, he has a fresh pair of Ray-Bans. I promise you, every time you see him on screen, those are new Ray-Bans. They're not regular ones because the other one was too old, obviously. So then he's got the pinstripe Armani suit, tall, lanky figure to aid in his aura farming, because this man can't help but aura farm in everything that he does. Not to mention, he's got the whole sleepy-eyed assassin gimmick. So you've got his nonchalant personality, flashy, unserious. You look at his clothes, this man is bathed in luxury and in gold. His devil fruit, for God's sakes, is light itself. Who's more flashy than that? But he's flexing his pockets. So in order to keep up his image, in order to keep up all that flash, all that varmint, what do you need? Money. And it coincides with what he just said about I'm just a cog in the machine. Why? Because he doesn't care about justice. Everyone's like, Kizaru, he's about lazy justice. No, he's about expensive justice. That's what he's really about. And the backstory again, right? My man, he's trained by Zephyr, allegedly, non-canon, whatever. We don't care about that. And for the most part, you find out he befriended Vegapunk, he found Sentomaru, and if you saw the latest anime episode, what was the one thing that Sentomaru said when he started to accept him, like, maybe he might be my nephew? Sentomaru was like, oh yeah, gee, uncle, I need money. Give me a job. I need a job. And it's like, you know what? That's a splitting image of me because I like money and I needed a job. And that's why I'm here. So from now on, your nephew. So you move on and you move forward into his purpose. And what is his purpose? To be a government weapon to accomplish any task that he needs done at the time. I mean, look at his role in Sabody. Look at his role at Egghead. I can explain it to you. I really could. And I could go into detail. It'd be hilarious. But I have someone that's perfect for explaining his behavior in Sabody and Egghead. And then after you listen to what my man has to say, then you'll really know, wait a minute, this guy. Oh, he might be a capitalist. Oh my God.
You know, after talking to Jay, I've realized that I had Kizaru all wrong. You see, at first glance, I thought Kizaru was just the guy who shows up to work high as hell, but somehow still outperforms everyone. And honestly, he still might be that guy, but I wasn't acknowledging his work ethic and his commitment to the bag. Walk with me for a second and imagine how the events of One Piece are if you're Kizaru. You're just chilling at work one day, and it's an easy day, but you get a call saying some lunatics punched a celestial dragon in Sabody Archipelago. So if you go over there and erase these maniacs causing trouble on this island, you could be up for a promotion. You could even finally get your hands on a company car. Because while riding into Sabody on a cannonball is aura to the max, it's also the poor man's way of getting around. Kizaru needs a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or some other Italian car, but if he takes care of these crackheads on Sabody, he might get what he wants. So if you're Kizaru, of course you head on over there. And honestly, as soon as Kizaru got to Sabody, I realized I was wrong about his character. You see, Kizaru isn't just some high guy who failed upward in his job. No. Kizaru is Mr. Milchek. Kizaru pulled up on Sabody, beating the hell out of whoever he came across like choreography and merriment. And he spent the entire time confused why the Straw Hats were so surprised at the ass whooping he was giving them. They were like, why are you doing this? And he's like, 'cause it's my job. Duh. And Kizaru would have absolutely gotten rid of all of the Straw Hats that day if it weren't for one of his closest friends, Bartholomew Kuma. He showed up and saved all of them at the last minute. Didn't affect Kizaru at all, though. As far as he's concerned, he showed up to do exactly what his bosses told him to do, and yeah, Kuma got involved, things went awry, but that wasn't his fault, and he is not going to get reprimanded for it. So fast forward to Egghead. The Gorosei give Kizaru the order to kill Dr. Vegapunk, another one of Kizaru's closest friends. Is actually his best friend, and now Kizaru wants to be Employee of the Month so bad, that is true, but that doesn't mean he's a heartless monster, alright? He does feel a little conflicted. He's like, damn, what am I gonna do? The Gorosei want me to kill my best friend. I can't do that. On the other hand, if I do kill Vegapunk, the only person in the world that knows this much about the Void Century, that might give me an extra 3 vacation days this year. And if you don't understand why this is so valuable, I would like to remind you that the fight on Kaido's roof lasted for just a single night in One Piece time. It was 2 years for us, but in the One Piece world, the whole thing happened in a single night. One night! I'm sure Kaido would have loved to have a vacation day available when all those crackheads were trying to jump him at his party. Do you know what Kizaru could do with 3 whole vacation days? Kizaru could skip the entire final war. Everybody's just gonna be fighting giants and shadow dragons and Super Saiyan Bugs Bunnies, and Kizaru is gonna be getting drunk on the beach, sipping margaritas and eating the best food of his life. Kizaru must have thought about that the whole time he was fighting Luffy, like, god damn, you got this much stronger in 2 years? And how are you bending reality like that? And is he fighting my bosses too? No sir. Vegapunk, I'm sorry, but you gotta die. Kizaru has no desire to fight these lunatics when they have an entire grand fleet behind them. He's gonna leave all that nonsense to Akainu. So Kizaru killed his best friend, and he was really sad about it, but he would much rather be sad on vacation than happy at work.
Now I couldn't have said it better myself. Would you rather be sad on vacation, or would you rather be happy at work? And I know what I'd pick, because big business BORSALINO doesn't play around. He knows where his priorities are. Now, some people, they say, guys, this is not how you read One Piece. This is all agenda. What about the analysis of the character? And what about who he really is? The troubled Marine that had to choose between his job and his justice and his best friend and his nephew, and just he's such a complex character because he had to cry afterwards to Akainu that he killed his best friend, and don't you dare talk to me, you weren't even here, you didn't see it, and just the sadness and just the complexity of Kizaru finally showing emotion for the first time, and us seeing the admirals for the complex characters they really are, and just the tough decisions he had to make, and the backstory with Kuma and Bonnie and them dancing don to toe when it should have been doom doo dada, but at the same time, oh my god, Vegapunk, my friend, my family, Kuma, what a great man, Sentomaru, my nephew who loves money just like me. Everything about Kizaru could have been so complex and such a deep character. Yes, we love Admiral Kizaru. But is that really Admiral Kizaru? Or is Admiral Kizaru actually big business Borsalino who only cares about his rent, gold-plated rims, Ray-Bans, overtime, and vacation? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's evidence for both. But do you know which one I'm really going with? I'm going with the man who said he's just a cog in the machine, because that sounds like big business to me. So for me, he's big business Borsalino.